Alright, this is the wheel video that everyone has been waiting for. It's to me it's only difficult just because of where some of the dimensions are being shown too on the wheel. But anyways, we're going to revolve it just like we've done for a lot of these parts. And we are creating the sketch of this hatched area here. And I guess to start this part, I'll start by saying that when it gives us this dimension r.0625, the TYP, if I haven't said this before, means typical. And what it means by typical is that there's this curve that it's pointing to is a radiused fillet with that dimension. But there's also this fillet that kind of comes back to bring us along this edge here. So there's really two fillets here, both of which have this radius. But on top of that, we come down along this line and we also have two more fillets right here. So this one dimension, by putting TYP, is telling me that all four, the inside curve here and then the curve back along the edge, all four of them are this 0.0625. So the nice thing about fillets is that I can draw this like such. Let me draw this here. Imagine we have, hold on. Let's say we have our x and our y axes. When I go to draw this part, what I can do is I can make this my center line. Right, I'm going to draw over top of it. That's the center line. I can come out here to some point and just start drawing a block, really, and I'll show you after I draw this what I mean by that. So I need to, well, let's do this. There. Okay, so let's take a look back at our drawing. See how we can get this picture to match this picture here. So I started in this upper corner, I went all the way out, and I made this a nice smooth cut, or a smooth edge here. We'll go back later and add the circular feature there on the end, okay? So we've covered that. Now when we come back, notice that it's a smooth transition in and back over, and that again, we're going to come back later and fillet that in, and fillet that in, so that we end up with those edges there. Same thing goes for this inside edge here. These two rounded curves I've just represented with a nice hard 90-degree corner. So we can come back again later, we can come back and draw those in. So what you'll see if I draw this all in black is that we eventually do get this curve. I guess that's not real good. That's starting to look a little bit more like this shape here. So in Autodesk, what that looks like is such. I'm using this y-axis. I'm just going to draw a line, represent my center line. And so I'm going to come out here, get a good spacing. I'm going to click. I'm going to go out, go down. Again, I'm making sure not to really snap these lines to anything, so that when I come back to dimension it, I will say that this needs to be the same size there, the distance I came back out. Okay, so again, this is just the rough outline. We can come back and fillet all these corners. So the first thing we want to do is dimension some lines. So for example, we want to know from the center axis to this line here. That line we're looking at is this line right here. So we're going to dimension from here to there, 0.25. Oh, okay. The next line we are giving a dimension of this 0.75 here is giving us to this line right here that we created in Autodesk right here. So let's dimension 0.75 this edge. Okay, and let's do this. Oh, and then the overall dimension from the edge, I'm sorry, from the center point to the edge is 1 inch. Okay, and let's do this. Let's draw our circle then. Nope, let's not even do that. Let's do one more dimension here. We know that this space here, that is this span across here. We are being told that's 0.25. So we'll type that in. Oops. And we got 0.25. Now I think our last dimension is, they're saying 0.25. What that 0.25 is really referring to is the thickness of the inner part of the wheel. So we're going to go back and say that the dimension of this to this is 0.125, just like the drawing shows. Okay. Just to be sure, we had snapped this line to be in line with this one, but to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. It'll probably tell me with a window that it's over constrained, which is what I'm waiting for there. So yeah, it just says it'll over constrain it. That just means that I already previously snapped this line to be in line with this one. So we've got our 1/4 inch, our 0.75, our 1 inch, our 0.25, and our 0.125. All we have missing is this space right here. Well, there's two ways to do it. You could look at it as from the center line to this edge that we were just talking about right here. This space right here, what the dimension for that is going to be is we're going to take the 1/4 inch to where these fillets are, and we're going to subtract 1 fillet, because in essence notice this 0.25 is going to be part of this fillet right here. So if I want to know the distance from here to here, there we go. We know that we're going to take the 0.25 that we were given up here, and we're going to subtract, using the subtraction, we're going to subtract 1 of our radii, 1 of our fillets. Okay. So in essence what's happening is we're going to get 1 fillet, and let me show you this. Fillet 0.0625. Okay, so this here is a 0.0625 fillet, and notice as soon as I click this one, it pretty much directly makes an S curve where it's a 1/4 circle here and a quarter of a circle here. I believe so. I guess, yeah, there we go. So I can fillet this corner here, and I can fillet this corner here. Call that good. We'll be good with that. And the last thing we're going to do is create this circle on the end. So I'm going to center a circle, and there's our 1/4 inch diameter. And the two things I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this line now, because we don't need it. And I'm going to use trim, and trim off the inner part of the circle. So that should be that should be the entire sketch that we're looking for right here. So let's give it a shot. Let's finish our sketch, give it a revolve, picking up the area. It's asking for our axis, which is why I drew that line on the y-axis. And we got ourselves a wheel, I hope. Let's spin it and see. Yes, there you go. So I'm going to stop here. This is part 1 of the wheel, and the part 2 is going to be putting the 6 holes on this flat face, as well as putting that little knob here for the linkage arm. So finish up here and then continue on with part 2.